Everyone, morning here. It's Tim, AstronomyABC, with you again today. How are you? I'm good. Let's have a look at this. So I'm setting up the WilliamOptics RedCat for a proper first light, and some of the things that need preparing are focus of the main camera, the 071, which we've put on the back from ZWO, and that's a colour camera. So that makes life nice and simple. Don't care what way round that appears to be at the moment, because nothing really matters. We'll rotate that when we find our target. Okay, so the real trick here is I've got that focused, and if I switch the camera to the guide camera, let's have a look. I've got that focused too. And the reason that that's interesting and noteworthy and happy is because that's using an off-axis guider, which is the little magic hole in the focus train where we dip off a little bit of magic light, and through that prick-off prism, I can say that, we're all grown-ups here, and through that prism we prick off a tiny amount of light, just a tiny amount, and that tiny amount of light should be just enough to give an image in a guide camera, clear image of crisp, neat stars. So we'll try that later on tonight, but I think you'll agree that that and, where's my camera? Cameras, 071, that the prism image is pretty darn clear in black and white, of course, or monochrome, I should say, and the 071 is in some attempt of colour here, because it is a colour camera, but they're both in focus, and that's what's important, and that's what we've learnt together today, how easy that is. Well, do you want to see it? Let's have a look. So there's the reality of what we've achieved. We've got the main imaging camera, chubby fella, chubby checker there, sitting on the end of the RedCat, all ready to rock and roll. And here we've got the off-axis guider. That's another little ZWO camera, 120 mini. This is all rather frightening for me, with this amount of money sideways hanging out the back door, but that's the way we roll in astronomy, as you well know. So there's the Eagle 3, and it's all very magnificent. It all bolts together incredibly well, and there's an incredible mess in my garden as I finished the thing off. And there's the other WilliamOptics, the CS103, and that's got the this bad boy, which is faded. Look at that, 071, 1600, and it must have been a bad day at the dip for that camera, but it works perfectly adequately for my pleasure. So there's the rest of the gubbins. Cables need tidying, mounts under no strain at all, and everything is hunky-dory. Bye for now.